Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Gold's Gym.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
3 candidates running for the Lieutenant Governor position meet the business community.
Also tonight, the Marianas is marketed in 2 nearby Asian countries, but there is more work to do.
And an arrest warrant is out for a local man sentenced to jail for assault and battery.
In the arts, a heartfelt political musical theater from Rhythm and Harmony.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
When a crispier McCrispy strip is created, only the best sauce will do. Behold, chicken Caesarea greatness. Caesar sauce at McDonald's for limited time.
Every journey begins with one step and the right coach. At Gold's Gym Saipan, our certified personal trainers build programs that move with you. Your goals, your pace, your power. Stronger, healthier, more confident, together. Your best starts right here at Gold's Gym Saipan. Visit us in Garapan or call 670-233-4000. Gold's Gym Saipan, stronger with every rep.
Hafaday Zantero. On behalf of the Northern Marianas Humanities Council, you're invited to join us for your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays at 7 p.m. here on KSPN2. We take a look at the humanities issues of interest to you and our community. Join us as we navigate the human experience together on your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays, and replayed on Saturdays at 7 p.m. and on YouTube at 670 Humanities.
Hafaday, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on August 7 from our studio on Capitol Hill.
Now that the election nominating process is complete, the Saipan Chamber of Commerce convenes to introduce the 3 candidates running for the position of CNMI Lieutenant Governor in November. On Wednesday afternoon at the Kensington Resort, the 3 gubernatorial running mates meet the CNMI business community. Joshua Wise, Chamber President.
Yeah, so we have our monthly general membership meeting for Saipan Chamber of Commerce. We have a Lieutenant Governor forum, so we have all our candidates for Lieutenant Governor, as well as their gubernatorial counterparts. And we have some questions just to give them a chance to display their platform to everybody so people can see what they're running on. I think it's very important because the Lieutenant Governor and their counterparts, they strategize and plan, what they're going to do. And right now with the finalizing of all the candidates with the Election Commission, this is the perfect time for them to start showing what they're capable of and what they want to run on and what they want to do for the people.
In a mini-debate format, the 3 candidates, Edmund Villagomez, who is partnered with BJ Atao, Ben Jones, who is partnered with Ralph Torres, and Edith De Leon Guerrero, who is partnered with Lawrence Camacho, are given limited time to answer a myriad of prepared questions from the Chamber and audience members. What would be your priority for the first 100 days?
Being a transparent voice is very important. Progress begins when we get a clear picture. And once we get a clear picture, of course, the next thing is to organize the cabinet by hiring qualified members of the cabinet. On top of that, we will take advantage of opportunities that are there right now, such as the one-stop permit, build on that so that the return time in terms of renewing licenses and things like that, we'll minimize that.
All right, so the first thing is, it's play ball, it's game time. Once we're in there, we're gonna get the ball rolling. We're going to find people that are qualified. Well, we already identified people that are qualified to be in the cabinet. These are our all-stars, people who have specific strengths that are gonna focus on data, that are gonna be results-driven. And then we're going to implement our economy first plan. After that, we're gonna implement our energy solution plan, and in hopes that we're going to start generating revenue for the CNMI.
You know, whenever we take over an administration, it is a standard practice that there's a transition team that is created to look into every governmental agency. But considering the time limitation when I was standing up there in the podium, I wanted to mention something, and this is where our passion is to look into the financials of the government. The CNMI has transacted significant federal funds in 2019, $594.7 million, in 2020, $762.4. In 2022, 554.5, and the biggest amount of money is 2021, $2.3 billion. We need to look into the financials of the government.
And the candidates, in closing.
Beyond the politics, throughout my life, I've always been involved in helping people. I was a general agent for Prudential Insurance, one of the largest insurance companies of America. It's all about protecting families, making sure that they have the opportunity. Additionally, I truly encourage financial literacy for our community. Our people did not depend on public sector employment. They can be their own self-employed. They can create their own enterprise. They can make their own money. We just need to improve financial literacy programs in our Commonwealth. Our people can survive without having to depend so much on the public sector for employment opportunities. We can do this. We do not need to see our people continue to suffer.
I know I'm the new guy to politics. I know I'm new to the word economics. But I am not new to leadership. For the past 15 years, I've been a leader, not only in my school, but even in my teams. I was raised to take initiative, and I wasn't raised to point fingers and point out the obvious issues that we have. I stepped up, I leveled up, because I know what it takes to be a great partner to former Governor Ralph de Leon Guerrero Torres. I bring passion, I bring commitment, I bring hard work.
We ask that you please judge us on our track record, our character. And remember, I'm not going to be doing my job if I didn't ask for support for myself, Edmund Joseph Sablan Villagomez, along with my governor for candidate for governor, Blas Jonathan Tenorio Atao. Again, we intend to be a voice for all, a transparent voice, a fundamental voice, a responsible voice, and a decisive voice. Jesus Mazi, Kilisol, thank you.
With the election taking place in November, we will be hearing much more from these candidates. Stay tuned.
More than just beautiful beaches and nice views, the entity to build back up tourism in the Marianas is working on supporting the product for the brand.
The Marianas Visitors Authority joined Brand USA to promote the Marianas as a U.S. destination in both Korea and Japan in the month of July. The mission in Korea was held in Seoul from July 19 to the 21st, while the mission in Japan was held in Tokyo from July 22nd to the 24th and in Osaka on July 27. Marketing manager Andy Chin says their present built awareness for the Marianas in two different ways.
One way, we promote Mariana as a U.S. destination to the U.S. partner, because some of them they don't know. So it's a way we promote to them, or they know we have a partner in the middle of the Pacific. And also for the Korea and the Japan markets, we promote as a closed U.S. destination to Korea and Japan.
Meeting with travel trade partners at the event, Chin says he learned about the trends for international travelers.
They are seeing more and more FIT, like individual travel, they booking online by themselves and had more chance to convert, like we call MICE group, like a meeting incentive group, and also they also call SIT, like a more sports-related travel. So this is those kind of market they are growing, and also the exchange culture group. They now focus on from the tour agent side. So this is also opportunity for MBA to come back to develop those kind of products.
Chin came on board since March this year, just prior to the 2 super typhoons that devastated our islands. Along with MVA's brand, Far From Ordinary, Chin says they are working on creating a package to market to the world how special this place is.
We have like a long history, like over 3,000 history. We have like a mixed culture. Other places they don't have. So yes, we have a beautiful beach, we have a nice view, but I believe the most beautiful is our people, our culture. So we need to help, as MVA, as a bridge from local community with the international market.
Charles on trial. A verdict is reached in another domestic abuse case. While Charleston Aiken was awaiting trial on a September 23, 2025 domestic violence case, when he was reportedly seen beating his girlfriend in Chalankanoa, raging on a rooftop and then breaking his ankle trying to escape arrest, another domestic violence accusation. This week, in Judge Lillian Tenorio's Superior Courtroom, Mr. Aiken stands trial for another domestic abuse case. This incident occurs on October 25, 2025, where Mr. Aiken is once again accused of beating this same girlfriend on Beach Road, this time assault with a knife, disturbing the peace, and resisting arrest. Franny Demapan for the prosecution and Mark Scoggins for the defense argue the cases, with the jury just yesterday delivering their verdict. Mr. Aiken was found guilty of assault and battery, domestic violence, and disturbing the peace. He was found not guilty of assault with a deadly weapon and resisting arrest. Yesterday afternoon, after the verdict was announced, Mr. Aiken was ordered to self-surrender to DOC by 5 p.m. We have now learned that Mr. Aiken did not surrender and is now at large with a warrant administered for his arrest.
81 years ago yesterday, the powerful force that ended World War II also killed 80,000 people instantly. That number grew to 140,000 by the end of 1945. In a look back to this day, last year in the CNMI, our Chris Nelson reports the community coming together for a solemn ceremony on the island of Tinian.
With the Pacific Ocean nestled around Tinian as a backdrop, residents, visitors, and officials gathered to pay their respects. Flowers and coconuts were set adrift, symbols of prayers carried out to sea. The crowd walked softly, candles in hand, making their way to the Tinian Peace Park. Candles of green, red, pink gently placed around the memorial, just under paper cranes, the flags of the United States, Japan, and the Marianas flying nearby. The keynote address by James Mendiola Jr. Close your eyes.
Now watch with me at 8:16 a.m. as men of our flag, for the sake of duty, for the sake of victory, for the sake of ending war, for the sake of proving our terrible and horrifying brilliance, drops Little Boy on the unsuspecting people of Hiroshima.
Colonel Tibbets and crew flew the B-29 towards Japan, its belly filled with a bomb nicknamed Little Boy.
It consumes the air and ignites the fire, reaching 7,000 degrees and destroying with unimaginable cruelty with the force of 15 kilotons of TNT. Imagine with me as hell rips open and swallows the city whole, pouring fire and brimstone onto the children, the elderly, the infants, the brothers, the sisters, the mothers, the fathers. In an instant, the ingenuity of man, the work of the most brilliant amongst us, tore flesh from bone, pulverizing, disintegrating, ripping 80,000 souls from their bodies.
There are 140,000 tiles in this room at the Peace Park in Hiroshima, each tile representing a person who died by the end of 1945. Sadako Sasaki was 2 years old on August 6, 1945. The initial blast hurled her through a window.
She survives with no apparent injuries. Now imagine with me, watch Sadako grow up seemingly healthy. Watch as her classmates marvel at her swift and capable legs. Like you, like your children, she has friends. She has a family. She is loved.
Following the war, Sadako's family worked towards a better life. But as Sadako grew, there was something terribly wrong.
Notice with me, as this once energetic girl is admitted to hospital at the age of 12, fatigue and pain settling into her body, leukemia digs deep, stretching roots into Sadako.
To the Japanese, the paper crane symbolizes long life and good fortune, and the young cancer patient got to work.
Align, crease, and fold. Please make me better. Align, crease, and fold. Please make me better.
Hiroshima had gone from the summer colors of Japan to a city of black and white. The brightly colored cranes gave her hope.
Now folding 1,000 cranes, and how 1,000 cranes would grant her a wish. Sadako sees hope, and she busily starts folding her cranes. Her wish is simple: to be better, to see her classmates, to run freely with abandon. Energized, by the end of August, Sadako folds 1,000 cranes, and it is strung around her hospital room.
On October 25, 1955, 8 months after her initial diagnosis, with paper still waiting to be folded, her little hand stopped folding. 3 years later, a children's peace monument was unveiled in Hiroshima, and to this day it gets a daily contribution of cranes from all over the world.
This is our cry. This is our prayer. Peace in the world, inscribed for all to see. And here we are, come back to 80 years later. Sadako's story lives on. She has come to represent the thousands of children that suffered the cruelty of war. Her story and monument has become entwined with our desire for peace. It has become entwined with the indomitable nature of the human spirit.
As Mendiola reflects on the past 80 years, he poses some hard-hitting questions that perhaps have no good answers.
We live in a world where one modern nuclear weapon has the capacity to dwarf the devastation and consequences of Little Boy and Fat Man combined. We live in a world in which we still bomb indiscriminately. We live in a world where some hide behind patriotism and use phrases like necessary evil or resettlement to justify the wanton killing and starvation of children. The most cynical amongst us might question the point of sharing Sadako's story. What was it? What has it contributed?
The park was silent, barely a wisp of wind to fly the flags. The world is so big, the problem's so great, the hatred so fierce. But the message is clear. Don't let the size of the problem give you reason to sit idle. As the wreaths were laid and the white doves took to the air, the little girl who folded 1,000 paper cranes will continue as a symbol of hope and of the cost of war. Her hopes and dreams etched into each of us.
You can learn from the Bataan Death March. You can learn from Dachau. You can learn from Auschwitz. You can learn from the stories of Iwo Jima. You can learn from our people's hardship and sacrifice, and then you teach. You share. You support, and you guide the future. The truth is that these efforts will not be easy, but every day, be the love in your home. Be the patient hand. Be the warmth in your neighborhood. Be the pillar in your community. And most of all, embody peace. Be peace.
That was, moving.
Coming up, homecomings from Saipan International.
And a Luta relief fundraiser is announced.
Stay tuned.
When a crispier McCrispy strip is created, only the best sauce will do. Behold chicken Caesary greatness. Caesar sauce at McDonald's for limited time.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
It's so heavy. There are no words to describe what human beings can do to each other. It's just,
I mean, there's a lot of good in the world, but when you see something like that, see the devastation that we can bring on each other, gosh, it makes me so sad.
Yeah.
Hafaday Zantero. On behalf of the Northern Marianas Humanities Council, you're invited to join us for Your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays at 7 p.m. here on KSPN2. We take a look at the humanities issues of interest to you and our community. Join us as we navigate the human experience together on Your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays, and replayed on Saturdays at 7 p.m. and on YouTube at 670 Humanities.
Welcome back. You're watching the Friday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
Tonight, we meet a forensic science major, a volunteer worker, and a couple that traveled together for the first time.
Welcome to Saipan International Airport, where the warm weather is ready to embrace you as soon as you step through those double doors. Let's meet some of our homecomers. Donna flew in from the Aloha State. She was born and raised in Saipan but relocated with her family in November last year.
Hawaii, it definitely seems like a place that's hard to make it on your own, but it was the exact same over here for me. It's just easier because my family's already there. I have like a foundation to begin with, and there's a lot more opportunity there. So like as much as I love this place, I'll admit it's not the greatest place for people with big aspirations. So it's great over there, but of course I'll be coming back to, get back in touch with my roots and meet my people.
She's majoring in forensic science at Arizona State University.
It was actually an impulsive decision. I was planning to do nursing at first, but then when I saw the variety, like all my options, I thought, why not do something more interesting, And I've always wanted to be a scientist, so yeah, forensic science sounds cool.
As residents leave the island and relocate to other places for many reasons, this is her thoughts about people investing in a future in the Marianas instead of leaving off island.
I've kind of just always been under the assumption that Saipan will always be the way it is, but that's not necessarily bad. Some places are just meant to be cozy. I will say, I don't think I can answer that question very well because I'm not even sure where our problems lie at the moment. Yeah, I have some ideas of where we can improve, but I don't know what the biggest ones are.
So it's just still a little bit murky.
Yeah, I think we just gotta take baby steps and improve different areas little by little.
From the outside looking in, Donna was able to see how the people of our islands move through the storms.
I would like to acknowledge the resilience of Saipan. It's one of my favorite things about this place, especially after the 2 back-to-back super typhoons this year. That's one of the things I'm also visiting for, just wanting to see how everything's going after that kind of damage. And I just love how strong our people are.
Eloise Lopez is back from a deployment in Guam as a CNMI representative of the American Red Cross.
We went house to house doing mass shelter care around, and since I was the one in charge of the financial assistance cards, I handed cards out to caseworkers who can give those who are eligible. And so here I am today coming back, and now it's time for me to serve my own community here.
It was not all work. Play was definitely incorporated into the itinerary.
I mostly just toured around, swam with a lot of my Red Cross volunteer friends, created many colleagues that have made memories forever, and I can't wait to go back to my next deployment, which is this month again.
Marianne Viesca and Aldridge Ken Castillo are back from a multi-trip vacation.
We actually came from 3 countries today, 3 places this whole trip. First we went to Guam, and then we stayed at the Philippines, and then next we stayed at Japan.
It's their first time traveling together, and this is what stood out to them.
Getting to know new people, because we were able to spend time with each other's family in the Philippines, so I got to know his family and he got to know my family.
Same answer.
Whether you're visiting to see firsthand how the storms affected the Marianas, back from volunteer work and ready for more, or still on the journey of getting to know each other, welcome home, welcome back, welcome to Saipan.
Luta Cares, a nonprofit serving Bobby-related needs on our sister island, is holding a Sip, Soup, and Paint fundraiser. Sip, Soup, and Paint. That is what Leonardo da Vinci did when he painted the Mona Lisa. He sipped soup, accidentally dipped it in his beard, and voila, drip! A mystery wrapped in an enigma, an eternal masterpiece. Sip, Soup, and Paint is also what will be happening at Casa Marianas tomorrow evening. Julian Mangalonia of the nonprofit Luta Cares with Venus Hostaki of Casa Marianas is hosting a fundraiser to help raise money to continue their post-Super Typhoon Bobby relief efforts on our sister island of Rota.
I would say it's making good progress. Slow progress is also still progress. Like in the beginning, we had the funding, to keep the boats going, to keep the cars running, to do our door-to-door deliveries. But times are hard. Even us as a nonprofit, we have our times where we struggle too. So we do events like these to ensure that we continue operations.
You want to paint a sunset on canvas with acrylics? Want artistic guidance? You want soup?
So we are teaming up with Luta Cares to do a fundraiser for them. We are doing a Sip and Paint, Sip, Soup, and Paint.
Sip, Soup, and Paint.
So for only $25, you can come out and do a sunset painting, sip some wine. First one is included in your $25. They are making traditional chamorro soup, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so my recipe is going to be my baked potato soup, and I believe there might be 1 or 2 more options as well. We're still trying to figure that out, but we'll get it figured out by then.
Saturday, tomorrow evening, 6 p.m., Casa Marianas on Beach Road next to MVA. Glorious sunset assured.
It's been a long time coming for one local man to come back home to the Marianas. This year he brings his family and they discover more family.
The Fields family visits the Marianas, some for the first time and a couple of them for the first time in a long time. Kara Fields now lives in Las Vegas. She says the last time she was on island was in 1979 or 1980.
We're here on a once-in-a-lifetime trip. Me, every single one of my siblings, their spouses, if they have spouses, but most importantly, with my dad.
Kara's father, known to the family as Uncle Mike, lives in Alaska. He says the last time he was home was in 1959.
Since 1959, what has been your life like?
Always doing something. Yeah.
You're in Alaska?
Yes, been in Alaska for the last 45 years. Before that was in Vegas, and before Vegas, a year in San Francisco, and then from Saipan, 59 till I was born.
Rooted in indigenous bloodline, the members of the Fields family were able to connect with other family members while visiting Saipan and Tinian.
I think it's different for all of us because I was raised with my grandma who's from here. So it was familiar for me. but I think it's pretty brand new, some of the stuff for my siblings. And then my dad, I don't know, I'm sure he's had flashbacks and memories and new at the same time. So it's been a mixture.
As their time on island comes to a close, they take with them the memories and look forward to coming back again sooner rather than later.
I've had a beautiful time here. The weather is fantastic. Family is the best. Yes, that is best. Family is the best. It's all about the family. I'm so grateful.
So it's been a nice reminder, and circling back, we get caught up in life, no matter where you are. But this has been a nice pause in togetherness.
Coming up in the arts, Eliza, the Schuyler sister, and the rest of the cast of Hamilton are on Saipan. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. Bring your friends in for the best night out at Godfather's Bar in Garabin. Sing along to your favorite hits with live music from the Gigolos. Godfather's has daily food and drink specials, like Taco Tuesdays. The best pizza on island every day of the week. Located on Palm Street in Garabin.
From Les Maisons of Golds, a scent born of effort, forged in sweat, and finished with just a hint of pre-workout. Introducing de Gain by Gold's Gym Saipan. This Christmas, give them something unforgettable. Gold's Gym gift certificates, because confidence never goes out of style. Gold's Gym Saipan. It's not perfume, but it will make you smell like victory.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas, arts fans! At the onset of the CNMI political season, it is only appropriate that the Marianas High School Glee Club present a song from the Broadway musical Hamilton. Directed by Ali Rose Santos and Joshua Kaduduan, here is Princess Rigwa and Rhythm and Harmony.
When I was young and dreamed of glory, you have no control.
Who dies, who tells your story?
I'll give him this. This financial system is the work of genius, and I couldn't undo it if I tried. And, well, I tried.
Who dies, who tells your story?
President Madison, he took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. I hate to admit it, but he doesn't get enough credit for all the credit he gave us.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
Every other founding father's story gets told. Every other founding father gets to grow old.
And when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story?
Who tells your story? Who tells your story?
I put myself back in the narrative.
Here's the weather. According to the National Weather Service, there will be a 50% chance of continued isolated showers tonight with wafting breezes and low temperatures of around 77 degrees. The weekend will continue the seasonal wet weather with a 40% chance of continued isolated rainfall. There are rip current and high surf advisories, CNMI, so please be careful. While we will see you there in the water or on the land.
Well, that was your Friday night newscast, CNMI. Thank you for joining us.
Have a great weekend. We will see you again on Monday. It's only a matter of time.